Welcome to Riordan Mansion State Historic Park in Flagstaff, Arizona. I'm Nikki, and I'm the park manager, and I'm a historian. We're not just a state park, we're a historic house museum, which makes us a great place to learn about shelter. I bet you don't think about archaeology when you look at the Riordan Mansion, but historians and archaeologists have similar jobs. We are just looking at different time periods with different artifacts, although archaeologists often have to dig a little deeper to find their artifacts. As a historian at Riordan Mansion, I'm fortunate to have lots of artifacts, photographs of the building, letters about the construction, and even family descendants to talk to about the house. Of course, the Riordan Mansion is a lot newer and a lot more like our houses today than, say, a pueblo or a pit house. But a historic house is easier for us to relate to and helps us see how houses have changed over time. Keep in mind that all shelters are built with the available materials and were built to accommodate the needs of the people who lived in them. Think about where you live and what building materials would be easily available to you. What would you build your house out of? Now think about your needs for a house. What rooms would you include? A house, no matter how new or how old, can tell you about the people that built it and lived there. Let's take a look at the Riordan Mansion and see what we can learn about the people that lived here. From this historic photo of the Riordan Mansion, you can see that it is actually two houses connected by a one-story room. Does your house connect with another house? Why do you think someone would build two connecting houses? In this case, we have two houses because we have two families. Two of the Riordan brothers married two of the Metz sisters. In 1889, Timothy Riordan married Caroline Metz. 3 years later, Timothy's younger brother married Caroline's little sister, Elizabeth. The two families became next-door neighbors. Would you enjoy being neighbors with your cousins? In 1904, the two families had grown. Timothy and Caroline had 2 children, and Michael and Elizabeth had 4 children. They decided to build new houses. Before they could begin building, some decisions had to be made. Who would design the house? What would their new houses look like? And what features were important to them to include? They chose architect Charles Whittlesey to design the houses to be perfect for them. They also chose to build the house with all the new modern conveniences that were available: indoor plumbing, central heat, and electricity. The Riordan family chose to do their houses in arts and crafts style. Not arts and crafts like cutting and gluing, but a style of architecture. It was about simplicity, craftsmanship, and the celebration of nature. This style encouraged people to see the beauty in how something was designed and made. The use of local ponderosa pine trees and basalt rocks to build the house kept things simple and also helped the house blend into the forest and celebrate the natural environment around the house. The open porches also celebrates nature by having these outdoor living spaces, giving the family even more room to spread out and enjoy. Here we have the floor plans. The two houses are almost the same. They are just a reverse of one another. Notice their front doors on the far corners, giving each family a little privacy as to who is visiting. Each house has its own kitchen, dining room, living room, bathrooms, and bedrooms. We can tell the use of the rooms by the artifacts in them. Let's take a look at a room that is not so obvious. This is the room that connects the two houses. Without artifacts, can you tell what the purpose of this room would be? Of course not. This room is large and could be used for many different things. It is actually bigger than many houses in Flagstaff in 1904. Looking around the room, there's a fireplace, which can give us a clue to how this room was used. Was the fireplace used for cooking, warmth, or something else? Since there is a kitchen in each of the houses, let's say this fireplace was used for warmth. This is a big room, and this fireplace would help make it cozy. Just imagine a couple of the children playing checkers, someone practicing the piano, Caroline and Elizabeth enjoying some tea while they play cribbage or another card game. I could even imagine the family moving the furniture aside to make room for some dancing. Having this room connecting the houses gave them a space for both families to come together for enjoyment and entertainment. You could easily interpret from this room that family time was important. They also must have had the luxury-free time since they had a room built just for entertainment. We know this for sure because we have a letter from Michael to his sister Nell, October 4th, 1904, that tells about this room and how important family was to them. He wrote, "The one-story room between the houses is a log cabin finished in rough logs both inside and out. It has a large fireplace, as you will see from the chimney shown on the rear view of the house, and a porch back and front. In this room, every night, all the children of both houses get together and have their romp before hanging up the fiddle. We have a piano in this room and a billiard table, which give entertainment for the old folks as well as the young. And later in the letter he says, while we of course enjoy the change to the new houses, they do not at all increase our contentment or happiness. These things we found out long ago come from our insides and not from the color of the wallpaper or the kind of wood in the window frames that may happen to be around us. The only thing the new houses do for us that the old did not is to give us more room to stretch in. You've learned a little bit about the Riordan Mansion and how the Riordan family designed this house for their needs. Now think about your house and the things you have in it and your rooms. What could a future archaeologist or historian learn about your family by what you have? I invite you to come visit the Riordan Mansion in person. Come take a tour, learn about the Riordan family and their impact on Flagstaff.